Oh, dive and play. Good shot by Jordan there. Stayed through the ball. Great dive and play by number 21. Dylan Neary. Now at the bat is number 4. Oh, man, I'm not as organized as Doug here. Will Kallick from Holy Ghost Prep. He's got 3.94 GPA, 5'7", 140, outfielder, middle infielder. Oh, do you want your chair back, Doug? I'm doing great. Fly ball, caught. We got Carlito behind the plate here, so we got the A squad and the umpires. We got Carlito at home, and then we got Chappie over at first base.
All right, Carlito's way. Yeah, I had to fill up the generator with gas out in center fielder. That would have been a bit of a challenge. We wouldn't have a shot much longer.
Yeah, it's the money shot.
Yeah.
You can have your seat back. I don't even know what these buttons mean.
Okay. Well, let's switch seats.
Yeah, switch seats.
Moving right along here as CrossBridge makes their, we'll call it Team Philly baseball camp debut, at least for this week. And apparently the Yellow Jackets really enjoy Snapple lemonade iced tea or something along those lines.
Oh, I got the sugar.
Yeah, I hadn't seen one of those in a while. All right, so they'll bring up CHOU, number 27, the third baseman starting here in this one in the top of the first. BFA Sports, Doug Stasic, and the legendary Jimmy Goulden here, director of Chaos at Baseball U Philly. He joins us on the mic, and CHOU takes one off the top part of his ribs. I'm sure that not really going to feel great.
I better tell it. Carlito, hey, if they get hit and they want to stay, just call it a ball.
And just heard Jimmy Goulden give Carlito some updated information that if a hitter happens to take one off the old body, they have the opportunity to stay in there should they choose.
You got to hit your way to a college roster.
Right. No one talks about walks on the way home, nor getting hit. Adds a degree of toughness. Ball thrown down to third base, not in time, as Kallick is in there. You can see there in the iPad is overheated early on since it's been baking in the sun.
Oh, yeah. We might have to move to 10th.
You're going to have to close that run. Yeah, we usually do that after game 2, but trying to stay on schedule. Didn't really have the opportunity to get all that done, so perhaps we can close that out, and then I can give you the iPad and you can cool it off right on the fan. Ball down there in the dirt. I'll give you some verbal updates as we wait for the radar to cool off. It's only a heat index of like 102 today. I'm just going to not use the 4-letter word starts with an R that you and I don't enjoy, but
that came out of nowhere yesterday.
Yeah, it really did. All right, so again, we are in game number 3 here on day number 2 of the Baseball U Philly team camp. Doug Stasic joined alongside Jimmy Goulden. And Jimmy, I had a chance to spend some time with Coach Greg Dura of DeSales, and we're talking all things kind of recruiting in the process. One of the big ones, though, was the ability for you to bring the right coaches and the right players and kind of put them all in one pond at your events. So a lot comes down to fit, match, and talent.
Yeah, and that's where, you know, you look at the schools that are here, you know, you got a wide range, and then even from, you know, distance, you know, our guys, we do 2 events with you guys, so I want different schools coming. We got some good PSAC schools that have been here. Gardner-Webb came up from North Carolina. IUP's here this week, coming all the way over from the west side of Philadelphia, from Pennsylvania. And then even like Stevens down in Maryland. Yeah, great. Yeah. Really good organization down there. They're getting a brand new field. I can say that because we're not on their side of the MAC anymore. But they do a really nice job, you know. And then you have your, you know, your usual suspects like DeSales and Widener, and you know, Washington, which, you know, they scoop up a lot of the Philly guys. And, you know, it's been really, really good doing that. So, you know, especially in the fall, like what we're going to do is it's going to be even more where I got players, they're giving me a list of their schools that they want there, and then I'll call them up and be like, hey, can you come on over? I got this kid interested in you. So we're just giving them the platform to get seen.
The old baseball U Philly version of Match.com.
Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of great feedback. Seen a lot of interaction between players and coaches, and you know, credit to you being a forward thinker. I mean, a lot have already kind of shared with me how much they utilize the video that they get from a lot of your events.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's not easy for people to kind of share their secrets and kind of let it out, but it is getting out a little bit more. As that ball there is lifted in for a base hit to right field. It's going to score 1. Coming around from third base and scoring now 2 is CHOU. So a 2-out RBI and 2-out 2 RBI single, and that'll switch frames as we've reached the 5-batter max here at the Baseball U Philly Team Camp Showcase. Beautiful Newtown, Pennsylvania. And that's exactly how you designed it.
Yeah, I love it here where Joe takes care of the field. This is, I mean, some of the college guys are like, it's a better field than some we play on.
Yeah.
You know, and then the concession stands up there. I don't have to worry about any of that. You know, and that's why I like this venue. You know, that's also why we're also going back to Lancaster Barnstormers. You know, another gorgeous stadium. They have a concession stand for our guys, and you know, I've been in these guys' college shoes, and I still am. And it's just, if you can have a good event and be locked in and interact and have a good experience, the college coaches are going to keep coming back. And now it's, you know, you see it's like last year was like 10, now it's like 20, you know, and it's been just as beneficial to them as it is for us.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, as for us here at BFA, when you and I connected last year, kind of talked about common visions and common goals to seem to be a bit of a natural fit, and it's really grown. I mean, the number of kids that have gotten commitments through your events and your program, and the connections that you've been able to make with all of your fellow college coaches has been remarkably impressive. And I was telling the story too. I didn't mention the player's name because that's really not my business, but the guy was a little bit of a late bloomer and suddenly got some big-time interest down in the Carolinas and walks away with a D1 offer, and they never saw him in person. It was all video.
All video. Yeah, that's, you know, it's just trying to, it used to be the saying, like, if you're good enough, people will find you. Now, that's honestly, it's not the case. You know, you have to get in the right settings, the right venues, play for the right teams, you know, and go to the correct events where college coaches are, because there's so much out there now that you don't know what's good and what's bad. And if you miss on events, you're missing opportunities. And doing these own events, we're not going to miss with our guys because we can control the environment. And, I mean, that's where last year we set I'm not saying we set the record, but,
yeah,
I mean, we had over 30-some guys, over 30 players committed last year alone during COVID, you know, and that's most of it is because of the video and your video and, you know, doing stuff with PBR. And then our guys know that they got to take the initiative in their own recruiting process, so they'll cut their own clips,
yeah,
send it to me, and then I'll put together their recruiting video, and then boom, here you go. They send it out, put it on YouTube. Here's the link, and you know, we can reach more coaches that way. And actually, I have to go here in a little bit because a school from nowhere close, I have to go have a phone call with.
All right.
You know, because of video.
Yeah, and it's what it provides. We like to call it the preview to the movie.
Yeah.
Right? So you're thinking, oh, man, do I want to see this movie? Well, the video clips and the recruitment kind of cycle, putting it all together, that's real easy to say, wow, this is pretty interesting. And from the pitcher standpoint, as we're waiting for the old I think we're back in action here with the radar, as I was just saying that we get that up. But you know, when you have a lot of on-screen feedback, on-screen data, so the case of the pitcher, pretty straightforward. We show the velo, keep it consistent. They can see the location with what we dub the money shot. But when we have the workout portions of the video, which we had done yesterday, that's the same thing. You know, like we're able to hook up to the Rapsodo, put it on screen. Coach gets to see the profile shot of the swing, and then the data basically validates what they're seeing with their eyes.
Exactly. Yeah, and that technology, you got to utilize that technology and stuff. So it's a good setting, especially like the Raiders over here. That a lot of them are 23s and 24s. You know, this is Derek DiLorenzo, another Pennsbury boy.
They just keep growing.
Oh my gosh, Jordan, the kid that led off and hit the line drive center field. He's another Pennsbury guy, but he's got long arm actions, clean. You know, and he's just going to keep getting better and better as he grows. I mean, since I've known him a couple years ago, he's already grown a foot.
Whew.
And so now he's just got to keep getting in the weight room, get bigger, get stronger. But yeah, he's going to be, you know, he's got some big shoes to follow over there in the Chamonix behind, you know, Fang and all those guys.
There have been some studs in the last couple of years that have come out of there. Nick HOUCK now, he'll dig in for the 16U Savages. And talk about DiLorenzo, some of the stats out of Pennsbury with a 3.8 GPA. Dubs himself as the right-hand pitcher and a corner infielder over there at third. He's a rising junior. Ball up and out of the zone. You made a comment yesterday to one of your players who was kind of asking for a little bit of feedback, a little bit of guidance. Does that one's popped back up to DiLorenzo as he does a nice job getting that ball jammed in on the hands, recording the out. You know, he had some kind of concerns because of like where his status was with his current high school situation and team, and you quickly kind of turned it on him and said, well, it's a bit different from a college standpoint. It's actually, in some cases, easier to see some time on the field from a college because of the volume of games and guys that you need on the roster versus high school where you're only playing, you know, shorter amount of games.
Yeah, it's so much different in the Philadelphia area. You know, I'm from Central Pennsylvania. We graduated. My class was 149 in a class. We had like under 800 in the whole entire school. And some of these, the one class has like thousands upon thousands of kids. So when they're only playing 2 games a week in the high school and they're playing 20 games, you really only need, you know, 4 pitchers, maybe 12 position players, and that's it. And in college, you're playing 40 games at D3, 54 in Division II, and 60, or is it 58? I'm not sure what D2 is. I haven't coached that division yet. But 64 at Division I, and you're playing 5 games a week. You need, you know, you need 12 pitchers. You need 15 pitchers. You know, most rosters you're carrying 18, you know, because your back 3 guys are more developmental guys. And then, you know, from catchers, you need 4 catchers, and 3 of them are going to play. You know, and in the field, you got to maintain the season of, okay, hey, my third baseman's played 20 games in a row. He needs a breather before we get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you need 15 position players, and before you know it, it's like, you know, 35-man rosters. Sometimes not enough.
Well, DiLorenzo surrenders a walk to Mancini, who's stuck in there after catching one on the shoulder.
I remember throwing BP at him. He lit me up yesterday. He's got some juice.
Oh, he was hitting the baseball yesterday. Mancini put a couple out.
Yeah.
Mike Cunningham, another guy here for the young 16U Savages, has swung a nice bat over the last 2 days. And I even go back to the team camp that we had back in at Del Val University. Cunningham is standout that weekend as well.
Yeah, and that's where, you know, Artie, who, you know, runs the Savages.
And that ball is popped up, dead center field, getting under it, making the squeeze, no problem.
Jordan out there.
Jordan, yeah, he's had himself a nice weekend too.
He's good.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Coach Kramer from CrossBridge. I'm like, every time I see him, he's getting better and better. He saw some varsity time last year at Pennsbury, which you know is not very easy.
No.
But we had the week off from non-conference games, so I would go catch the high school games. I had a lot of Pennsbury players, so I wanted to go support them and everything. And then next thing you know, I see him running from the JV field, running to the varsity field, and boom, right into the game and stuff. So yeah, he pulled a little double duty last year for the JV and varsity. I expect him to probably be up there, but you know, when you got kids like Charlie Evans, who was playing for Mid-Atlantic Hurricanes, he's committed to Winthrop. You got Mitrovic, who's a right-handed pitcher. He's committed to Elon. You got Fang out there in the outfield also, who's committed to Harvard. You know, but when those guys pitch, somebody needs to take their spot. So, like, you know, Jordan's fast. He's athletic. He's got a good bat. We have a kid on our team Freeman, who plays on our 16U team. He sees times with Pensbury as well. And then, you know, trying to figure out what to do with that Zuckerman kid because he's committed to Pitt and he's pretty good too. And then Reese Hirsch is their catcher from the Hurricanes that played earlier. He's going to Washington College. That's their catcher. So, like, getting back to it, it's harder to play for Pensbury, Neshaminy, LaSalle. Like, LaSalle just won the 6A state championship. I went to the game, and you know they have 4 catchers that, you know, I have one of them, Overton, that plays for me.
Yeah,
he's pretty good. He's gonna probably play in college, but you know he's not seeing the time till his senior year.
Hard hit ball by Thompson, but nice move by Eichler, the new pitcher here for the Savages, and he made no bones about it. Kept his cool. Watch him field his spot, saves it from going through the 5-hole. And then, I think more importantly, wisely runs towards first base as opposed to trying to force a quick throw.
Oh, and also moving down the road a little bit, we might be testing the waters at a new venue if I can get in there.
Uh-oh.
The Neshaminy is now going turf.
And the Neshaminy is going turf. There's a hard hit ball, laser over to the hot corner, but not a problem. Just mentioned Mike Cunningham, and he flashes the leather quite quickly. Dude's got a big frame. He's going to be a nice target, probably on either side of the diamond in the corners. The Neshaminy is going turf. Is that breaking news?
Yeah, that's I found that out a couple weeks ago, and now kind of the word's out a little bit. But they're going to redo the football. They're going to redo the baseball, you know, and really put the you know, the resources into their athletics, which is, for me, I think it's a great thing. You know, it's a big school. You get a lot of traffic on that, and just go turf. Make life easier.
Maintenance. Well, even Joe Bound. I couldn't believe the words turf came out of his mouth yesterday. But
he's so old school.
Look at this guy. PFP. Eichler again. Great snag. That time, however, rushed the throw a little bit.
Set your feet. Or if you're running like that, you got to underhand it.
Yeah, so you'll check him out here. I don't know if we caught him on that one. Yeah, so let's be real. You didn't have your hand on the steering wheel. It's okay, Ryan. No one's perfect. But look, he gets it anyway. But look at him. Catches the rocket.
Yeah, slow it down. It's a hard hit ball. You got to have internal timing. Understand, like, hey, I don't need to go fast, nice and easy.
Well, man, wasted no time. So another base knock now, this time off the bat of number 2, and that's William Kaner.
Are they wrapping back through the order already? No.
Yeah.
No, close.
Yeah, like normal showcase ball, kind of just makes up its own mind and whatever players you want in there. So I'm guessing that was the bottom. No, now it's Carmignani. It just looks like Kramer was listed with the wrong name. That's all. The wrong number, I should say. So now
Kramer's a good little ball player.
Yes, sir. So number 10, Dylan Carmignani out of Robbinsville. 4.15 GPA. High academic honors here.
We're gonna see Big Kramer later on.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He needs to throw a bullpen, so they're facing a 17U team, so
hey, why not?
Yeah.
Got to get the work in. I mean, we saw.
I'm excited for that. He is good.
There's a big poke through the left side. It's an RBI variety. It looks like it's going to be 2 RBIs. 1 scores, and now here comes Kramer. And wasted no time. Still running as he heads to third base. Is the aforementioned Dylan Carmignani. And that was the 5-batter max, just like that. So both these teams offensively swinging the sticks.
Going toe-to-toe. We need throwing strikes. We need to make plays in the field.
Pitch to contact, make the plays, and move on. See, so we got Carlito and Chappie today here umping the game. I wonder how Chappie made out in the didn't he ride on a motorcycle yesterday?
Yeah, he waited till the rain left.
Okay. Because I saw him pull back up and said motorcycle, so I assume everything went okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
But good stuff. And, again, not just great baseball, great coaches, and certainly the umpires that you've been able to acquire and utilize for your events. They've been bar none because they kind of have that same knack for wanting to teach and share information, so there's always good dialogue between the pitchers and umpires. And I think for some of these kids, they've always been a bit standoffish of trying to deal with umpires as a whole. But when these guys make themselves kind of available, and it's not that threatening environment like, the high school thing is on the line, but these guys give really good, straightforward feedback, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and a lot of it's, with Charlie Traber, I've known him for years. He's a college umpire. He's also, one of the signers and evaluators. So not only is it, the colleges are here to evaluate the kids. Charlie's here to evaluate the umpires to see, hey, this is a good candidate for high school, college, and depending on the level. So he actually breaks down his videos, your videos from the YouTube with his college, with the umpires and stuff. So he'll go through and just teach them, hey, you're in this position, you need to be in this position. Hey, your strike zone was a little tight. We need to open it up a little bit. You're in a bad position that you can't see the outer half. Stuff like that.
He was quick yesterday. It was a bit of a bang play. We were able to slow it down and replay, and we'll say it was the wrong call, but it was a close call.
Yeah.
He came over and asked to actually see it a second time.
Yeah.
So, and we always get to have some good banter with these guys. And sometimes I think it's funny because now they're to the point that they're in the field, and in between innings, or even sometimes right after the play, they'll kind of give us a look, even with the sunglasses on, or do the quick point, and then we try to be as low-key as we can and be like, yeah, you got it right, or not so much.
Yeah, umpires are going to make mistakes. The question is, can they make sure they're in the right position? There's a couple plays where an umpire is dead set that, hey, this is the right call, and then now with the review, you're sitting there like kind of second-guess yourself a little bit, like, oh, man, I really thought that was safe and ended up being out.
So 2 balls now right out of the gate to ATTISANO. ATTISANO had himself a nice game just before, as the Savages now on the back end of the back doubleheader, I should say. I get a little bit tripped up on the.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of hit batters in the last 2 games.
Yeah, no one's afraid to pitch inside.
Yeah.
One of the players for the Hurricanes earlier this morning, he ended up getting hit 3 times, I think, in the game.
Yeah.
Twice in one at bat, and then he got hit in the next at bat.
Yeah.
And he kind of had enough. But I think one of the funniest things that I've seen is one of the umpires in a previous game had called maybe a late timeout as the pitcher was into his lineup.
Yeah.
And the pitcher just literally spikes the ball into the ground and kind of stares down the batter.
That was AJ.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I knew who it was. Yeah. I wasn't going to throw it out there. But
I love AJ.
Yeah.
No, he's that guy. He's just a ball of fire.
Oh, dude.
Plays hard.
I had said one of the most outgoing kids, too. There's a ball hard hit left-hand side. Zotolo now moves the runner up. So it is first and second. Zotolo at first. ATTISANO now at second, and they're in business. He didn't wait on that one. He saw a pitch he liked and attacked.
Yeah, take advantage of the pitches up. Derek right now is leaking on his arm side, and it's just running into the barrels. He's got to make an adjustment on the mound, which, he's a pitcher, so I think he's ready to do, because it's the kid coming up the bat. He's got some juice. I remember throwing it in too.
Yeah, no doubt. Chris Valencia out of Bayonne, 6'3", 3.4 GPA. 3 nice frames of pitching in the last one. He gets one to left field. It's going to slide underneath the glove. And no problem there. Hesitation is Will
Just got on
Kallick.
the hands there.
Yep, Will Kallick able to make the squeeze, keep the runners at bay. Now 1 out with 2 runners on. You just talked about DiLorenzo trying to make some in-game adjustments, and he certainly did so there. Tempo now. The game picks up just a little bit, and it looks like we've got a throw down to second base. Snap throw, though, not going to be in time.
He's got an arm behind the plate there. If you got an arm, show it off. Make some things happen for your pitchers. Get outs for them.
Yeah, especially get a couple guys to get a free pass. Trying to cut him out. Behind the plate is number 3, Shy Abbott. 3.75 GPA out of Milvern. 6 foot, 195 pounds. Grounder over to third. CHOU. He's going to go to second. And
pulled off the bag.
Pulled him off the bag. Tough spot to be in, and unnerving when you know a guy's coming in full speed, start to slide in under your feet, but it looks like CHOU might have just threw across his body a little bit. So now Dom Ratty will come to bat. He peppers the ball out past CHOU. He's not going to get it, but over to short, making the play. Fantastic effort there by Thompson.
Is that Charlie?
Josh Thompson.
Josh Thompson.
Out of Immaculata. 5'10", bats left, throws right. Listed as a middle infielder and a right-handed pitcher. That was pretty good focus, too, because he kind of got screened a little bit as CHOU came across, but he stuck with it and, to your point, got his feet underneath his throw. And as he was moving towards the baseball, as that ball was fouled off by LJ Santiago, the rising freshman, class of 2025. That's something that I got to now adjust and get used to. I remember when we were just looking at 21s, and now we're already like 25. Yesterday I was like doing the math. Like, wait, 25? What year is that?
Yeah, just rising sophomores. Crazy. I mean, the tournament, the one tournament we're going to do here is going to be a 16-17.
Yeah.
It's going to be all 25s. But that's, you know, that's something that we talked about a little bit is, you know, the recruiting blanket, so to say, is so much wider with these 25s because, you know, the D1s are on them, you know, and they start to process sooner. So we got to give them a platform to be seen by, you know, more D1 schools around the country. And that's the whole point of doing that 16U, 17U tournament this fall is just bring them in and get them on video. So then that way, you know, we can have some bigger D1s sit and watch them because they're in their window right now for them.
Well, that young 25 in Santiago retired as he popped it up to Kramer. It'll end the top half of the second inning.
Yeah.
As we get a chance to take a look at another arm. It looks like the Savages are rotating some guys in here in game number 2. But again, this is 23 Eichler.
Yeah, I'm actually, I gotta go run and do some work in the trailer.
Okay.
And stuff. So yeah, I got some phone calls I gotta make.
Recruiting never ends.
Yeah, I got my 16s over at Diamond Nation right now, doing the Blue Chips event over there. Kavanagh's throwing, so
awesome.
You might have a crowd watching them a little bit.
That's a good problem to have.
And stuff. So I gotta go talk to those guys. So.
All right, so Director of Baseball U Philly, Jimmy Goulden, has joined us. I'm sure we'll hear back from him as the day wanes on here at the beautiful Grainge in Newtown, Pennsylvania. I'll step aside real quick, and you can watch Johnny Eichler warm up as we get ready to go here. Johnny Eichler on the hill, another inning of work. We'll start this frame against the left-handed swinging Jordan CZERNIAK. Talked a lot about CZERNIAK, what he's done over there at the Pennsbury High School. Standout player here the last couple of days, and did so as much back at the Del Val University camp just a few short weeks ago. Ball is down in the dirt. And CZERNIAK back at the top of the order, trying to lead things off. Three and one is the count now to CZERNIAK. As he launches one left field, right at the left fielder, and able to turn around and make the play. I believe that's Nick Clowens out of Lodi High School. 5'11", 3.9 GPA out there in left. So CZERNIAK is retired, and Will Kallick. First pitch from Eichler. Misses the target. He's now ahead. Quick 2-ball count now. Fires and launches one. Dead center field. Moving over. It's going to be Chris Valencia making the squeeze. Not too far from the center field fence, though. Be 2 up and 2 down. Eichler, an efficient inning pitched here in the 3rd. And then batting in the 3-hole this afternoon is the aforementioned Colin CHOU out of Seton Hall Prep. 6-footer has a 4.25 GPA. And that ball peppered over to second base. 4-3 put out will end the frame. So 3 up, 3 down go the Raiders of CrossBridge. It's time for the Savages, the 16U version. Come to bat. Bottom 3 here at the Grainge. You're watching BFA Sports live coverage of the Baseball U Philly team camp as the CrossBridge Raiders take to the field, and Nick Augusta is your new pitcher. Augusta out of Hunterton Central with a 3.9 GPA. Listed at 6 foot, 190 pounds. Bats right, throws right. And he also plays first base. So after a meeting of the minds, leading off this inning will be Elliott. is Angel Elliott out of North Arlington High School. And here goes Augusta. Get it started, bottom 3. Ball misses low. Swings through 1-1. Ball lifted out into foul territory. Right field side, not going to be able to get it. Certainly, as beautiful as the Grainge is, field's not that big. Not enough real estate out there. Three-two now the count to Angel Elliott, first batter of the 3rd inning, faced by Nick Augusta. And that ball is in the dirt. Ball 4, free pass to first. And that'll bring up Nick Clowens, the outfielder right-handed pitcher out of Lodi High School. Rising sophomore, class of 2024. First pitch in for a cold strike. Dives back into the bag over at third. Another look at Clowens. Snap throw to first base, slides back in, and not in time to get Elliott. Throw over to first. Runner goes. There's a flare out into right field, and it's going to be caught. Tag up back to first base, and they're going to double him up. Take a look at the BFA replay. Clowens with a nice hard hit as he barrels it up, but good heads up baseball. Nice work by the right fielder, Brewer. First pitch in for a ball, and that's Chris Novielli. Swings through and he misses. Hard to believe it's already August 10th. Summer season has kind of melted away quite quickly. Ball inside, misses. 80 miles an hour, though. Swing and a miss. 2-2, even count now. That ball misses underneath. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it'll bring up Nolan Geisler now after the walk. Geisler, middle infielder, listed pitcher. And he hammers that ball. Going to be out into center field. It's going to be a base knock. Runners at first and second now, as the Savages roster had their five batters, and that will end the frame. So we're going to go bottom of the third. So we're going to go top of the fourth, just like that. Eventually the sun will fade, half past tomorrow, and I'll be able to think more clearly, but we'll be back here from Newtown. Nick HOUCK, he's on the hill for the Savages, top of the fourth inning. And he will go to work. First pitch swing, lifted out into right center field, but making a diving attempt. Couldn't come up with the baseball as he slides in for 2. But one heck of an effort by Valencia out there. And starting things off with that double is DZIEDZIC. Ryan DZIEDZIC. Always a tough one, but he was straightforward with us to let us know yesterday. At least I hope my memory serves me correctly. But nice job there with DZIEDZIC, who's batting in the cleanup hole. Is Shy Abbott now, the catcher. He digs in. That ball pounded right back to the pitcher. HOUCK does a nice job fielding his position. Seen a lot of good defense by these pitchers. Let's see HOUCK, good reflexes here. Slows down. Look at him get vertical. HOUCK, heck of a play. Good to go. First pitch into Josh Thompson. Called ball. Thompson, nice job over at shortstop. Ball is left upstairs. Works ahead now on the count. Thompson quickly asks for time, and time is called by umpire Carlito. Called strike. 3-1 is now the count to Thompson. RBI opportunity. Called strike, bottom part of the zone. Anxious to get home. Over at third base is DZIEDZIC. Fights it foul, out of play. Oh, valiant effort by Coach Noah Clement from Widener. Couldn't come up with the ball, though. He's all smiles, and rightfully so. There is Noah Clement sitting next to Greg Durrah, who joined us the last game. They're from Noah from Widener, Greg from DeSales. Great to see them here today. As we work right down the line, you got Alvernia, Stevenson, on the CrossBridge Raider coaches. That ball misses. HOUCK loses them on that one. Now runners will be at the corners, first and third. Runner goes, will take the open base. Thompson moves into second. Luke Brewer, the right fielder, is at bat. Swings and misses through that high one in the zone. It's going to be one of each. Ball misses up and out. Now 2-1. Ball peppered first base side. It has eyes. It's going to score one RBI. Here comes another. So nice job there by Brewer as he brings home both Abbott and Thompson. 2 RBI single down the right side. Runner goes again. Here comes the throw from Santiago. Called safe. Not in time. Good run there. Good jump by Brewer. You're getting the 2 RBI single. Gives way to Danny Ferguson, the catcher, right-handed pitcher out of Immaculata. He's a rising sophomore. 3.9 GPA, Ferguson. And as Carlito likes to call, now one of each. Ferguson fouls it off left side up against the fence. Just past the outstretched row of coaches. Called strike 3, the punch-out variety for HOUCK. That is the 5th batter of the inning, so we will change sides. We had bottom 4 at the Baseball U Philly team camp here in beautiful Newtown, Pennsylvania. Ready to go, bottom of the 4th, Nick Augusta back on the hill for CrossBridge. For another frame of work. And he's going to face off against Nick HOUCK, who was pitching in his own right for the 16U Savages. First pitch in for a called ball. Again, one of each. It's the call from umpire Carlito. That ball lifted straight out into center field. Going back, making the grab is Jordan CZERNIAK. CZERNIAK, nice job there. Fielding his spot, and a good job by Augusta pitching to contact. First pitch to Anthony Mancini is up and out of the zone. Mancini again with a 3.8 GPA, class of 2023. And that ball is skied, popped up, shallow right field. Making his way under it, making the grab is Luke Brewer. First pitch to Mike Cunningham goes in for a called strike. Ball misses down, 1-2. Three balls and one strike is the count. Cunningham lifts that one right field. Coming in under it is Brewer. He'll make the squeeze, make the grab, and we head top of the fifth. Right after a few moments stepping aside. Nolan Geisler, the new pitcher for the 16U Savages. He'll get right to work here in the fifth against Will Kramer. Kramer fouls back, first pitch offering, out of play. Ball misses away. It's one of each, as they like to call out. Swing and a miss. As he gets Kramer to chase up high. Two balls and two strikes now. Ball flared out of play, third base side. Two balls now and 2 strikes is the count. To Will Kramer, and he tricks him, gets him on the nasty breaking pitch. Ooh-wee. Geisler pulled the string on that one. So 1 out. Pitch is fouled back to number 5. DiLorenzo. Second number 5 is Dylan Hirsch. DiLorenzo is the starting pitcher in this one. Fouls that ball back again. Being aggressive, finds himself in a hole here with 2 strikes early on. Dylan Hirsch is a 2025 rising freshman out of Pennsbury. He's called up for this game. Good opportunity to play against some of these older guys. More importantly, with the college coaches on hand, as well as those watching from beyond. Again, appreciate you guys tuning in and weren't able to make it, and he gets them swinging. 2 up and 2 down. Jordan CZERNIAK now steps in. Again, appreciate the college coaches both here and afar tuning in. Great to get the text messages, DMs, and emails. More importantly, the feedback that we get from the players, hearing that they've been contacted by coaches who aren't even here. Called strike out on the corner. Good job painting here by Geisler. Tries to stick the breaking ball on the outside corner, but not quite where it needed to be. Geisler early on, impressive in this outing. He seems determined to try to do some damage on the outside. Let's see if he comes back in on the tough out, the top of the order, Jordan CZERNIAK. Straight back. Now a full count. Not quite sure what umpire Carlito's velo was on that throw. I didn't have my eyes on the pocket radar at that point. That ball lifted, but chewed up over at third. Cunningham the first, and they got him. What a great stretch over there at first base. Who is that masked man? See it on the replay, and man, oh man, great job. Number 21, I think it was Novielli. And that'll end the frame. We had top 6 here at Newtown, Pennsylvania. You're watching BFA Sports live coverage of Team Philly, the Baseball U. Ball down in the dirt. As we move on, top of the 6th. Good job here. As we're seeing a new arm, and this is Carmignani. Called strike. And one heck of a start here. Carmignani gets the K. Called strike. Drops in. Carmignani working on his off speed. Foul ball straight back. Looks like got a piece of everybody on that one. Two and two now is the count. Carmignani continues to work here against Zitolo. That ball grounded up the middle, but Thompson comes across the diamond, makes a great play. Good shuffle step by the shortstop. Two balls now. As Chris Valencia has done some damage with the baseball bat. Take that one in for a strike. Carmignani doing a nice job, flooding the zone, pitching to contact. And that one gonna field a little bit. Valencia though, man, he's got quite the build. Did some work on the hill as a pitcher, but he showed his athleticism. He was playing center field. I mean, this dude was gobbling up everything. Tough call maybe against Valencia, but Carmignani smiles and he says, I'll take it. Take a look at this put-out pitch. Well, it ends the inning. So we're going to head top of the 6th here at the Grainge. Nick Clowens back on the hill again as we prepare for more baseball here in the top of the 6th. It's going to be number 4, Will Kalak. Kalak, hard grounder over to second base. 4-3 is the putout. Nice job staying back, and wouldn't you know, the versatile Valencia over at first. Jumping into the box now is number 27. It's Colin CHOU. Got a piece of him, but CHOU doesn't seem to be in a hurry to go anywhere but back into the batter's box. CHOU launches one left field. It's foul off the top of the pole barn of batting practice. Ball bounces his way back onto the field. There's a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball lifted into dead center field. And it'll be a base knock for CHOU. So 1 away here in the top of the 6th. So that'll bring up number 12, and that's Ryan DZIEDZIC. That ball deep to center field, but making an effort, can't make the grab. So that is a long single for DZIEDZIC. Nice hustle play out there in the outfield. And that is pays. Big swing through there by number 3, Shy Abbott. Can't fault Clowns. He is pitching to contact, continuing to pound the zone. Called strike, snap throw over to first, and it's going to now make his way over to third is going to be CHOU, while DZIEDZIC now over to second base. Runners coming on the wild pitch. Not much we can do, and they'll cross the plate. CHOU scores a run for CrossBridge. Now 2-2 to Shy Abbott, as the runners have been able to advance in this at bat. Called strike 3. He gets rung up. So good job there by Clowns. Keeps his composure despite a couple of pitches getting away from him in this heat. That'll bring up Josh Thompson, doing a nice job over at shortstop defensively. Middle infielder, right-handed pitcher. And Thompson gives this ball a ride. Deep right field, going back. And it's into the gap. Thompson, he's chugging into second base. He's got a stand-up double. So Thompson got to be happy about that one. Good extension on the follow-through. Carries it all the way deep into the gap. So the 5th batter of the inning will be Luke Brewer, also the final batter of the inning. Two balls and no strikes. Called strike now. 2-1 is the call. Ball down in the dirt, off-speed pitch. Some good patience and discipline shown by Brewer. Not really quite sure what happened there. It appears that he just went on first movement, so Thompson able to steal third. Nobody stopped the pitcher. Showcase. And being relayed that in fact it was a balk. So I know there's a little bit of confusion as everybody's looking around at each other, but 3 balls now is the count to Brewer. The ball fouled out of play. Way out into right field side. Pitch gets by, and it's going to allow Thompson to score as he crosses the plate. That one gets away from him, and that was also ball 4. So it'll end the frame. We had bottom of the 6th. You're watching BFA Sports coverage of the Baseball U Team Philly camp here at the Grainge. Bottom 6, Carmignani's back on the hill for another frame of action. He's going to start against Paez here. Showcase continues to roll on. This is game number 3. And due to the rains that came, a abbreviated 5-game schedule on the day. There's a look at Paez. BFA Sports, Doug Stasic here. It's my brother from another Chewbacca has left me stranded on the dark side of Hoth. There's a Toth. Don't even know, Star Wars fans. Skywalker's not here either. He also left me, took his lightsaber and had another battle to fight somewhere. Yeah, that's what I meant, the ice planet. Yeah. Yeah, the ice planet of Toth. Feels like ice out here. I'm cold. Anybody got a blanket? Carmignani serves one up cold, jams it off the handle. That will roll harmlessly foul. You know, it's pretty hot here, but I wonder how hot it is down in Florida right now. where senior operator, camera operator Charles Hope is. Oh, well, Paez using his head in a way not highly recommended by the makers of the helmet that he's wearing. Effective nonetheless. Paez lifts one out. Stretched hands of CHOU down the third base side. That one is still foul. You know, it's a heck of a day when it's hot, when even the water bottle that's in the shade is still warm. Full count now. Paez battling here. Gets CZERNIAK. Ball's popped straight up to the pitcher's mound. He can't find it in the sun, and it's going to find some Bermuda grass. The triangle. It'll end up being technically a seeing eye single. Tom Ratty, he didn't move much. Looks like that ball got a piece of his Evo Shield arm guard, elbow guard. You'll see him settle back in. Obligatory throw to first. Just getting the uniform dirty. Paez will regather himself. So far this inning, we've seen Paez get a hit in the lid and Ratty hitting the elbow guard. And Ratty pulls off that one. It's foul. Swing and a miss. Foul tip squeeze, apparently. 1-2 now, the count to the big first baseman. Strike three is the call. Frozen popsicle on a 104-degree day. Outside corner. And now one out as the rising freshman, class of 2025, LJ Santiago, comes up. Ball down. Kind of wondering now how many of these guys, maybe even in 8th grade at this point, have actually reclassified. Because, I mean, I have a GPA on this kid. If it's not from high school, which I'm not sure if it is or it isn't, but just a thought crossed my mind. Ball is the call. Santiago. And follows up the previous ball, which makes it 2 balls. And that's 3 balls. 3-0 is the count now. Luckily for me, I was one of those kids that was just plucked in front of the TV for hours on end and learned my mathematics from the count in Sesame Street. So I know that 3 comes after 2. And there's the obligatory 3-0 hold-on pitch over to first base. LJ Santiago guessing he's got the green light in the showcase situation. And that'll be ball 4. So we got 1 out with Ratty. 2 walked batters for the Savages in this frame. And that'll bring up Angelo Elliott. Angel Elliott. The extra O is for effect, I guess. Oh, good breaking pitch there. Carmignani now working backwards, showing off the off-speed part of his repertoire. Another breaking pitch. So I like the strategy, making an adjustment mid-inning here. Fastball is getting away from him a little bit, so he tries to go with the off-speed stuff. Hey, look, it's Joe Bound. Please tell me there's no rain in the forecast. All right, good, Joe. Thanks. That ball misses there in the dirt. Get him having some fun with Joe Bound. You can actually see him in the background over here, checking out the sights and sounds, and what an awesome facility it is out here at the Grainge. I mean, this field here, as many games have been played on it this summer, looks a heck of a lot nicer than even most of the high school and college fields that you've seen there on natural surfaces. And the amount of rain that this thing has consumed in the last few days is eye-opening, as Carmignani gets his second K of the inning. All right, so I'm being told that the pitcher's name is Devin Arce on the who's actually hitting. So appreciate the feedback there on YouTube for those of you watching. So that's Devin Arce. We weren't given that intel. So my apologies to the Arce family, as Al Fisher would say. And there is Arce as he fouls the pitch off. Back towards the screen. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there upstairs as Carmignani with 2 outs getting him the chase, and he's got Arce on the ropes. Ball hit the third. CHOU will make the force out at third, and it'll end the frame. Danny Reyes takes the hill, top of the 7th, final frame here in game number 3. Not sure who ordered the rotisserie chicken from Boston Market, but they could have at least shut the oven off. It is hot. Nick Augusta now leads things off here in the frame. Augusta started this one off. Nice job on the hill for the CrossBridge Raiders. First pitch is in for a ball, but that one he got the chase high. 1-2 now. To Nick Augusta. Augusta finds some room, takes the outside pitch, puts it right up the box for a base knock. Augusta now over at third. That'll bring up number 29, Danny Ferguson, catcher, right-handed pitcher, rising sophomore. Ball misses outside. Ball fouled way out of play. Into the parking area. One of each again, yells the umpire, Carlito. Ooh, good breaking pitch. Winds and fires. Gets the throw down to second base. That one's not going to be in time. And look at this nasty breaking pitch by Reyes. Oof. Pulled the string on that one. Great throw by the catcher. But a better jump by Nick Augusta as he swipes second. Ball fouled out of play, third base side. Two and one. That's the call. Reyes goes back to the breaking pitch. Zatolo. Good job by him. Keeping that in front. Hard hit ball, but it's going to be right at the second baseman. 4-3 is the put out. You can put that one in the books. That's number 14, Geisler. Playing a little bit of everything. We've seen him play short, seen him pitch. Now he's over at second base. Solid outing in the last 2 days from Geisler. Is Will Kramer digs in next. One out, runner now at third base. Breaking pitch misses away, 61 miles an hour. And game number 4 is on deck, and it looks like the Uncommon Baseball 17U squad making their way around. So they'll be seated in the first base dugout as CrossBridge will be playing the next game in a back-to-back doubleheader. 3 balls is the count from Reyes to Will Kramer. Ball misses away. And ball 4 is the call. So he'll head down to first base. And Will Kalak, number 4 out of Holy Ghost Prep, digs in. Runners at the corners. Runner goes. Ball's fouled straight back. So Kramer will make his way back to first base, trying to take the open bag. Tim Gunn in the house, head coach of Uncommon Baseball. They're on deck. And it looks like Kramer, runnerish again, almost got him on the pickoff play. Caught him being a little bit greedy. Is Hirsch, I think it is. Runner goes. Now runners at second and third as they take the open bag. And that is Dylan Hirsch, catcher, right-handed pitcher out of Pennsbury. Rising freshman. Foul tip squeeze, and they get him. Nice job by Zatolo. So he's able to hold on to that one. And Jordan Czerniak, the leadoff hitter. He'll get an opportunity with 2 runners in scoring position. He's been a bit of a nightmare for opposing pitchers in the last 2 days, as he continues to shred while there are guys in scoring position, which I'm not amazed, I'm imagining why Zatolo wanted a quick timeout with Reyes, making sure they're on the same page, and who can blame him? Breaking pitch inside. Seems to be a favorite of Reyes, and for this inning, he showed some good command to that pitch. Outside corner. Didn't even need any painter's tape from Home Depot to make that straight line. And he wides, fires. Ball misses inside. Czerniak not excited to walk to first. And I believe that is 5th batter. We had bottom of the 7th. 3 outs to go in game number 3. Dylan Carmiani looking to finish this one out. Called strike now. Called strike 3. Called strike now. And he gets Geisler, so he is working hard here. As he continues to go to work. Nice called strike. One of each. As he continues to balance it out. Two balls is the call. Winds and fires, called strike 3, and that will put it in the books. It'll end it as we head to game number 4 coming up here at the Grainge in just a few.